I 35 male am a planner. Spreadsheets are my love language. For 10 years, my wife was the center of all those plans. I really thought we were on the same page, building the same future. Turns out, she was using my blueprints to build her own secret extension onto the house of our life. The whole thing unraveled over a credit card statement. I'm the finance guy in our marriage. Not because I'm a control freak, but because she claimed looking at bills gave her anxiety. I was doing our monthly review when I spotted these big, recurring transfers. We're talking 4 figures a pop every month for the last 6 months, going to her brother. I waited for her to get back from whatever trendy wellness thing she was doing that day and just put the tablet on the kitchen island. I kept it cool. Hey, what are these transfers to your brother? Total's over 20 grand. I don't remember us talking about this. Her whole relaxed vibe just vanished. She went straight to DEFCON 1. Are you spying on me? It's for my family. They needed help. I tried to stay calm. 20 grand isn't help. It's a major financial decision. We're saving for a new roof, you know that. She just waved her hand like I was a fly buzzing around her head. It's always about your plans, your money. It's our money, I said, pointing at the statement. From the joint account that pays the mortgage on this house. Ah, the house. The magic word. It was my grandparents' place, left to me long before I met her. My name is the only one on the deed, a fact she hated more than anything. You always throw that house in my face, she shot back. My mother was right about you. You'll always just see me as a long-term guest. Hearing about her mom was like a fire alarm going off. My mother-in-law, MIL, is the queen of entitlement and has always treated me like the hired help who got lucky. The fight spiraled from there. She called me controlling. I called her a liar. It ended, as it often did, with her storming off to the guest room. But this time was different. I wasn't just angry. I was done. The quiet little contingency plan I've been building in my head for 2 months, ever since I first got a weird feeling about our finances, was now active. The next night, she came down for round 2, but this time she brought backup. She had her mom on speakerphone, ready for a tag team assault. He's financially abusing me, Mom, she announced, staring right at me. He's trying to isolate me from my own family. My MIL's voice crackled to the phone. I told you he was a stingy snake, hoarding his family's money. You have rights. Honey, you take half of everything. I just looked at my wife. Is this really what you want? She actually laughed. A cold, nasty sound. What are you going to do about it? You'd never leave me. You're too weak. You wouldn't last a week without me. She got right in my face, her voice a low taunt. You'd never leave. I leaned in close, so her mom couldn't hear, and whispered the 4 words that ended our life together. I already did. Her smug look just broke. What? I didn't say anything else. I just walked over to the mail table, picked up the big envelope my lawyer had couriered over that afternoon, and slid it across the island to her. Her face went through about 5 different emotions as she tore it open and saw the divorce petition. Her mother was still screeching to the phone, but my wife was dead silent. You filed, she whispered, the panic finally hitting her. This is some kind of sick joke. The joke was me thinking this was a partnership. I said, my voice like ice. You've been secretly funneling our savings to your family. My lawyer has a fancy name for it. Dissipation of marital assets. He finds it very, very interesting. She slammed the phone down. For the next week, she was a poltergeist in my house, refusing to leave. Her lawyer, paid for by her folks, I'm sure, told her to stay put and make my life a living nightmare. And she tried. Boy, did she try. Her mom started showing up unannounced until I changed the locks and had the police warn her about trespassing. That was a fun afternoon. My wife's big move was to file a false police report, claiming I was threatening her. She cooked up a whole story for the cops. When they showed up, I was calm. I explained the situation, showed them the divorce filing. But she didn't know I had an ace up my sleeve. See, I was pretty sure she'd pull a stunt like this. A few days earlier, while she was out, I had someone move in. When my wife came home, she found me on the porch with my younger sister. My wife's jaw hit the floor. "What is SHE doing here?" "She's my new tenant," I said with a big, fake smile. "My house, my rules." She needed a place, and I had a spare room. She'll be taking the guest room. You know, the one my wife had been hiding out in. My sister is an ER nurse. She's seen it all and takes crap from no one. She became the ultimate wrench in my wife's plans. Every time my wife started screaming at me, my sister would just pull out her phone and start recording for legal documentation. Every time my wife tried to trash the place to get under my skin, my sister would take a picture, text it to my lawyer with the caption, "Exhibit number 27, and then tidy up. It drove my wife insane. So when the cops came for the fake report, my sister was there, a super credible witness in scrubs who calmly told them about my wife's behavior and showed them the videos. The cops saw right through it and gave my wife a stern warning about wasting police resources. She was losing, and it was making her desperate. Meanwhile, I had a forensic accountant digging into our finances. What he found was worse than I thought. She hadn't just given her brother money for rent. She'd sunk over $80,000 of our money into his joke of a lifestyle brand startup, a business I had personally reviewed and called a money pit a year prior. It was a massive, calculated betrayal. My lawyer practically glowed when I showed him the report. We filed an emergency motion to have her removed from the house, citing her harassment and the massive financial fraud. The court hearing was a joke. Her lawyer tried to paint me as a monster, but my guy came back with the police reports, my sister's videos, and the accountant's report. The judge read the summary of her secret investment, and his face was pure thunder. He looked at my wife and asked her point blank if it was true. She mumbled something about helping family. The judge wasn't having it. You gamble with your family's assets, and you've harassed your husband in his own home. He granted my motion. I got exclusive use of the house. She had 48 hours to get out. My MIL actually shrieked. My wife just sat there, broken. The moving day was perfect. A sheriff's deputy was there to keep the peace. My wife and her mother were running around like headless chickens, throwing stuff in boxes. Her brother showed up to help in his company van, the one our money paid for. As my wife carried her last box out, she got in my face. "I will ruin you," she snarled. I just held up a copy of her brother's latest profit and loss statement, showing a massive net loss. "Ruin me? You already tried. You just bet on the wrong horse. You threw away our entire life for his garbage business, and now you both have nothing." Seeing the numbers on that page, in black and white, was a final blow. She looked completely defeated. The divorce was a slaughter. The judge took the financial dissipation very seriously. I kept the house. My retirement funds were made whole, and she walked away with next to nothing. Last I heard, she and her brother are living with their mom. The house is quiet now. It feels clean. It's strange. You spend years planning a life with someone, but you never plan for them to be the one thing you need to survive. I 35